Howdy folks, welcome back to the workshop. Here's a few quick tips for making box joints by hand. Step one is you need to make sure your ends are square. As well as in this dimension here. And of course, make sure that your stock is flat. Second step is to get yourself a marking gauge. We're going to set that marking gauge to the thickness of our stock on the mating piece, or maybe even slightly deeper, and scribe a line on here. That sets our depth. That way we can make each of the fingers of this box joint the same depth. And don't be all heavy-handed with the marking gauge like I was here. Jeez. Next we can lay out the fingers. You want to set their width to exactly what one of your chisels is. Just put a divot. Come in with your square. Find said divot. And making your next mark. And just repeat that along here. And of course the whole project will look nicer if the width of your stock is evenly divisible by the width of your chisel. Once you've marked out the face, you can use your square and marking knife to transfer those lines to the top and the other face. Establish a knife wall. Here's where you want to start paying attention to that waist mark. If I accidentally chiseled over here, and make a noticeable problem on the end product. Now we'll want to saw with our blade towards the waist side. Be very careful not to go over depth here. Now we can chisel out the waist. This is a very likely spot to make a mistake where things don't even up. As you come in here with your chisel, do not come all the way back to your depth line. Go a little ways out. The reason being is the bevel of this chisel will force it back that direction, crushing fibers. So if you come right up on your mark and give it some good wax to penetrate the wood as you want to, it's going to crush the fibers going this way, causing your cutout to be past your depth line. So start out 1/32 of an inch or so. Can you see that? Once you've removed the waist, you're still slightly out from your line. So now's the time that you can come in here and carefully pare out that material. You might have to take a few passes too. Start away from your line again, come in, and then come up against the line. Be careful not to go all the way through. You'll cause tear out on the other side. And I prefer to use hand pressure at this point if at all possible. If you're working with a hardwood, you can gently tap with your mallet. The mating piece is laid out and cut the same way, though on the sides you can saw in if you like. And finally, after you've assembled it, if you left those fingers a little proud, come in here, hit them with your block plane, make sure you're working inward so you don't get tear out. And just clean everything up. I'll make it nice and flush. Take out any marking gauge marks and pencil marks and make the whole thing nice and beautiful.